Okay, y'all. It is the one, the only Jersey girl. Listen, I have been trying to go ahead and set up my craft video. Okay. So I had my little light off over here to the side. Okay. So that way I can go ahead and be able to show you guys what I'm doing on top. But for some reason it was not working. I was getting nothing but an echo back, and I wasn't already liking that. Then it did not want to go ahead and do my intro video. How disrespectful of the doggone video. Okay. But we are not going to allow that to stop us. So it is Jersey Girls. You guys can see I am rocking, repping the Cozy Niche. This is one of the t-shirts, okay, that is available on jersey-girl-cozyniche.com. That's right, that you can be able to pick up in the store. So we do have t-shirts that are available, as well as custom made aprons. So if you got a chance to go ahead and look on the website, you know that you can be able to get your very own cooking aprons, okay, that does have the Jersey Girl different sayings, but you can also get your favorite NFL team, college team, a sports team, organization. You can be able to get your very own apron done with the emblems and styles that we already have. So if you want it personalized, obviously that particular option is going to cost you a little bit more, but it's all good on that. So there is a way for you to be able to come on in and be able to purchase with Jersey Girl. I'm going to make sure I'm putting you guys comments up so I can see what y'all are saying. Let's see if it will allow. Of course, it wants to give me issues, but that is okay because y'all already know I say what it is more than one way to skin a cat. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and bring this in a little closer. I made sure that my volume is off on the phone. So let me jump on over here so that way I can make sure I can see everything that you guys are saying. So let me go ahead and log in from my YouTube. If it will allow me, it should. But I also was, watching my own stuff earlier. So I want to make sure that I am on and able to catch my own show. How about that? Tuning in from YouTube Live, baby. So yes, my channel. That's where I want to go. So here we are, and we are crafting, and we are live. So if you guys have not known, I have been over on my TikTok, okay? And with me being over on my TikTok, I am able to go live on TikTok once I reach 1,000. Y'all, I'm over the halfway mark. I am quickly approaching my 1,000 subscribers over on TikTok, which means I'll be able to go live and interact with my live TikTok audience as well. So I'm totally looking forward to it. So tonight, y'all, the craft that we are going to be working on, which I'm sorry, it's really not tilted down for you to see everything. So all that means is that I'm bringing everything up to what eye level, okay? I'm bringing it up to eye level, so then that way I can be able to see you guys on eye level. Oh, I just had a really cute picture pop up on my memory thing of me and my daughter 2 years ago. How cute is that? Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Okay, so I got you guys over here. So if y'all are saying anything, typically when you come in a room, I want you guys to introduce yourself. Say hello. You don't just walk into somebody's house and don't say nothing. You don't say hey, okay? You make sure when you walk into their house, you be like, hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, okay? You got to make sure you got manners when you're coming in the Cozy Niche, honey, okay? So typically I would go ahead and kick off with some music, but of course, it didn't happen that way, but that doesn't mean that we aren't going to be able to jam out. So I do have my other phone here. Y'all know this is my business phone. And can I just say, and if y'all can go ahead and definitely drop it down in the comments if y'all are feeling me on this. I am so sick and tired of these telemarketer calls, okay, on my phone. The whole reason I had a business phone, well, not business phone, a house phone. Let me clear it up. The whole reason I had a house phone is because I'm sick and tired of the telemarketers calling. So when they would need a phone number, I would give them my house phone number. It's not that I necessarily needed a landline, but I was like, listen, here's the phone number, because I ain't never answered that thing. The school would call, but the schools would call, send a text message, and send an email. Okay, so I'm like, either way, I was getting notifications. So I didn't feel as though I needed to answer the school phone calls, the automated, on the house phone. But at least I can give it to the telemarketers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is my phone number, because I'll never answer the phone. But now it has just been getting super ridiculous because, having a business, You don't know where your business is coming from. Baby, listen, Cozy Niche and my other business, Custom Fit, is all over the place, okay? So it's not just Texas calling. Okay, all right. Look, I know people, okay? So with that being the case, if the phone is ringing, it's a business call, I'm going to answer it as such. But I have figured out a way to go ahead and trick these doggone telemarketers call. You want to know what it is? I talk just as fast and I trick the computer. Yes, I do. Listen, when you pick it up and it's dead air, I give them that same energy back. Sure do. Pick it up, dead air. And then I talk so fast that the computer can't pick it up. And then in my little spiel, I say, and how may I direct your call? And then I wait. And then I'll do it again. In the same cadence. So that way that computer thinks it's talking to another computer. And it does what? Hang up. Yes, baby. I love it. So on this phone, it does that. On this old Samsung, LG or whatever, which I can't wait to get rid of and get another one. But on my other phone, okay, my Google Pixel 6 Pro, baby, yes. On that one, I can screen them calls, okay? Screen it, the Google subscriber that you are trying to reach. Yes, please read them they rights. That's what I like, and that's what I prefer, okay? So what we are going to be doing tonight is crafting. So I went and got this wooden wheel, okay? Can y'all see how thick it is, okay? And I actually got this at one of the home improvement stores. Like I said, the home improvement stores wants to go head on and sponsor your girl. Call me. Yes. And I got my risers here, my steady risers. Y'all know what this is. Canned goods, okay? Yes, I got my canned goods down here. I got 4 of them, okay, that are sitting down here that this is going to sit on top of. And tonight we are going to be using some epoxy. Yes, girl, some epoxy, baby. Because I've been seeing some really, really cute options that they've been having, okay, where they're making it look like the ocean. So I kind of like that. And I have to get my heat gun. I thought I had my heat gun in here, but I have to get my heat gun. So don't worry. In the in-between time, I'm going to make sure I'm playing some music. So, it's a little slight intermission. So I got my epoxy. You got to have your part A and your part B, okay? And so I got that going. I also got some water because y'all, I'll be talking 1,000 miles a minute, okay? So we are going to have it look like it's the ocean. If y'all don't know, the water, it's my quiet place. It is where I feel rejuvenated, where I got peace, where I can be soothed. There was a certain situation that happened in my life, okay? And I went for a walk, baby, and had to get around some water. And I said, you know what? God know me. Oh, he know me real good. Like, I'm like, fool, you may not know me as well as you think you do, but he know me, okay? And I said, oh, yeah. The Lord knew I needed to be around some water when you hit me with this here, okay? So water has a very, very special place with and in me, okay? So doing a water theme on here is going to be good. So I'm going to be using my Rolio, okay, epoxy, which is the mica powder. Now, mica powder is actually like eyeshadow. Yes, honey. So I'm going to be using this beautiful Bleu de France, okay? And then I'm also going to be using pearl white. And I love this turquoise. Because as much as you guys have heard me talk about Hawaii, honey, okay, the colors of the water, just absolutely beautiful. So these are the colors I'm going for. I remember breaking through H3 and just cutting through, the mountains that divided. And then the water was just out. You had the mountains over here, and over here. And if it rained and it was like waterfalls coming down, baby, beautiful, okay? And Kaneohe Bay was right in front. And you can be able to see the deep dark blue water. That means that it was deep. And then it was like the light blue turquoise and the white. Gorgeous. And so that is what I want to be able to recreate on this here wheel. Okay. So that's what we got. I have my alcohol here. Okay. My 91% alcohol. This is going to be able to pop any air bubbles. Okay. That you will see once we get to start mixing things up. I do have my popsicle sticks, okay, because I will need to go ahead and mix part A and part B together, making sure I'm getting those bubbles out. And I have a container for each one of my colors. And of course, I have my gloves, y'all, okay? You got to make sure that you got gloves. You also need to make sure that you are in a well-ventilated area, okay, when you're dealing with these fumes, okay? So just know that I have my air that's coming down. Okay. So don't worry. I've been doing this for a little minute here. I'm good. Okay. All right. I'm not going to put my goggles on. Okay. Because that'd be a little bit too much for me. But this is what we are going to get started with this morning. You see how I'm all thrown off? But it's actually this evening. So let's go ahead and get started on mixing part A and part B of the epoxy. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to be mixing up my colors inside of here, and I forgot my scooper. So what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put some music on, so that way we can jam out. I already put my disclaimer that I do not own the rights to this here music. Okay. All right. Always got to make sure that we getting that together, because what I don't have time for is for them to go ahead and silence parts of my video when they shouldn't be silencing it at all. Okay. All right. So, and tonight, while we're doing the crafting, we're going to be talking about Woman King. Spoiler alert. If you have not gone to see The Woman King already, please make sure you go see this movie. But we are going to be discussing a few of the things that happened during the movie, because anytime that you're doing crafting, especially like a crafting circle or whatever, you're crafting, but you're talking at the same time. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be crafting and we going to be talking. So we're going to be talking about exactly what happened. Well, not everything that happened on Woman King. Okay. Just a particular part of it, shall we say, that was just, it touched me in a way. You know what I'm saying? You ever go to a movie and you see a movie and it's really good and there are like multiple parts that touch you? Now, mind you, Woman King, there are multiple parts that touch me, but I want to be able to bring up one particular thing that did touch me, and I want us to be able to kind of get into it a little bit more. So let me go ahead and play. This one is good. Let's make sure that this is going to play. Here we go. All right. I'm going to go get my stuff. So y'all listen to this and I will be right back. Begging and pleading. Hey. All right, y'all. Look, y'all know I love music, so don't even get it twisted. All right. I got my heat gun, which is going to be needed in order for me to go ahead and start getting some of this stuff to blow and move around, honey. Yes. So all the supplies that you will need for this particular project: heat gun, epoxy part A and part B. You will need some gloves. Anytime you're working with chemicals, please make sure that you're being safe using some gloves. Have my popsicle sticks. Yes, I can go ahead and mix. I have my alcohol to pop the bubbles. I do have my containers that I'm going to end up pouring these into for each one of the colors. That's what I meant to get a scoop. But you know what? I'm just going to end up using my popsicle stick to go ahead and just scoop out each. How about that? Make it real easy on myself. So let's go ahead and put this off to the side. So again, I'm going to be lifting this up so that way you guys can kind of see what it is that I'm mixing, okay? It makes it just quite a bit easier. My cups right here actually have the measurements on them. This is the reason why I wanted this to be here, so I can go like that, and you can be able to see it up close. But I was getting feedback. I'm going to have to figure that thing out, okay? So let's go ahead and put our gloves on first. So Woman King, let's get into it, shall we? So as I said, this is the kickoff of Black Fall, honey. Yes, that's what I'm labeling it. Black Fall, baby, because Everything is amazing. Yes, it is. So we have Woman King that kicked it off. Then we have Black Adam that's going to be coming up with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes. And then we have Till that's coming out, which is based off of the Emmett Till story. And then, of course, we got Wakanda Forever, baby. Coming up November 12th. Yes! If you are not excited about this upcoming season, what are you doing? What are you doing? You need to get excited. So this is part B. And for the epoxy. So like I said, you're mixing together part A and part B in equal amounts. All right. In equal amounts. And so I have the markings on my particular cup. And so I'm good to go. So I'm going to do each color. So let me see. What do we want to do? We want to do, I don't want to do 40. 40 is going to be, no, 40 would be good. So I'm going to do 20 of each. Yes, honey, 20 of each. So I'm lifting it up so y'all can see. And this is part B that I'm doing right now. So again, you want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, y'all. Okay. And again, your measurements need to be equal. You're going to be doing half of part A and half of part B. And it needs to be equal. And your epoxy needs to be stored in a cool, dry place, okay? In a cool, dry place is where your epoxy needs to be stored. So then that way it can be good and safe for you, okay? So like I said, I'm doing my epoxy 20 of my part B. And then obviously I'm going to come in with my part A, okay? So I'm holding up like this so I can be able to see exactly where I'm at, y'all, you know. I got to make sure I can see, baby. Yes. And I also have a cloth down here as well. So that way I'm protecting my surface, y'all. Okay. Got to make sure that your surface is protected. So my hands are protected and my surface is also being protected too. This is one of my craft tables. I've got 2 craft tables. So this is just one of my craft tables. Okay. So part B done. Okay. Boom, pow. Go ahead and put the top on this. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my part A. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix each color. Well, not color. Go ahead and once I put it in my part A, then I'm going to go ahead and, yes, do each of the colors in, which will be the white, my blue. There we go. I'm trying to make sure this blue, because y'all know my lights is bright. And then my turquoise. Okay. Ooh, it's going to be so pretty, y'all. Okay, so as I'm going ahead and I'm taking off this A, so I can go ahead and pour 20 into each. So that way I have a number of epoxy of each color. In me going to see The Woman King, can I tell y'all how excited I was to go and see this movie? Okay. First of all, I had an extremely busy time. Okay. busy time, y'all. This past weekend, I really did. I had some stuff going on for my other business, but you know, I talk to you guys a lot about self-care. And when I tell you I'm so serious about self-care, I'm so serious. Like, I made sure that I took myself out to the movies. It was a 10 o'clock at night movie, but I was watching it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Kaylin Hunley is watching. Hey, cousin. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So I went to go see that movie. I was like, you know what? I'm important. Okay. I've been running and I've been doing. And so with me running and doing, I need to make sure I spend time for me. So I caught at 10 o'clock showing and the movie theater is pretty much empty, baby. Yes. I was like, yes. Okay. Now go ahead and get your mixer. Okay. I poured part A and part B in here and I'm looking to make sure that my stuff is even with each other. Okay, because you need to make sure that it's even. All right, because if it's not even, if you don't have equal parts, it ain't gonna work. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, so let me go ahead on and get to mixing. So that's one. I'm checking each one because I need to make sure that, like I said, that I'm even up in here. Okay, got that one going. And like I said, each one you got to be, you know, mixing for a good 2 minutes. I'm just giving it a quick whip because I know on each of these I'm gonna have to go in and do. But right now I'm just trying to make sure that my stuff is what it's supposed to be. Okay, I need a little bit more of this. Yeah. Like I said, I've been doing this for a little bit, y'all, so she can kind of eyeball it kind of good. So with me going to go see The Woman King, like I said, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, so you may want to like this part out if you don't want to know about it, okay? There was a part in there when I almost don't want to say it because in case y'all do go to see it, I don't want y'all to be like, oh my God, she ruined it for me. But I'll say one of the requirements, okay, for being a part of the Adohami, I want to say I'm saying that right, is that basically you had to be away from everybody. Like, no, you then were living behind the palace where the king was, okay? And you couldn't have no kids, you couldn't have no interactions with men. Almost like a nunnery. Couldn't be me. Just let me be honest, okay? Yeah, let me be real honest. No, that wouldn't be me. I'm not signing up for that. Yeah, no. But for them, they did, okay? So they said the life of a warrior. And basically, these women was serious, okay? Serious. Their training and everything that they did and they went through, and it was like, now they did happen to address a very controversial topic. Had a lot to do with slavery and how that went, about selling, their selling fellow Africans to the Europeans for the slave trade. And that was one of the ways that they was making their money. Well, money, getting weapons and all that other good stuff. Okay. So, but to get to the meat and potatoes of it. Okay. So that was one of the requirements, was to be behind closed doors per se. Living this life of a warrior and having to take an oath to never be with a man. And there was a violation that had taken place. But nobody knew. Like it was just, ooh wee. But she had a sisterhood with this one particular person, and they had a bond like no other. And I often talk about how important it is for us to have, girlfriends, supportive friends, okay, having a support unit. And I would have to say that this controversial situation that took place in the movie, that she did have she had a ride or die for real, that went ahead and stood up for her cause. So if you had to make a hard decision, if your friend had to ask you to make a hard decision to keep a secret for like 19 years, okay, is that something that you could do? If you knew that it was going to be something that could possibly come back later on to haunt your friend? Is that something that you could do? Me personally, let's talk about me personally. I do have a vault. Everybody knows, y'all already know. I tell y'all where my vault lives. My vault is in California. Sure is. And yes, she has been holding on to. Wait, how old is my daughter? Look, how old is my daughter? 16. She has been holding on. My daughter ain't 16, but I've known her for 16. Okay, because I met her while still carrying her. So she has been my vault. I've known her for 16 years, and she has been a trustworthy vault for me. Okay. And I think that if there was a violation that took place and I shared it with her, and and her trying to protect me and trying to help me, that is something that she would do, and she wouldn't cross me. She would definitely try to help me. So we're in the light of a whole lot of different stuff that's taking place now, y'all. With women rights, women being able to choose to do what they want to do with their bodies, Roe versus Wade being overturned. So I know a lot of times I don't get into political things here, because I like, for when you come into the cozy niche, I want you to be able to feel comfortable coming here and us talking about everything. Okay. But I also feel like, because sometimes I do want it to be a safe place and not be, kind of like a reprieve, that there's still some conversations that we need to have with each other. So let's get in and let's talk about it. How are some of y'all feeling about this Roe versus Wade overturn? What does that mean and what does that look like to you and for you? Be honest. Let me go ahead and tell you what I think, okay? This is just my opinion and this is what I think. Because guess what? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Just because my opinion don't line up with yours doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you're a person and I'm a person, okay? That's what that means. And we can be able to respectfully disagree with each other, but still appreciate and respect one another. Just because I don't see the same way as you do doesn't mean that I don't respect you. Doesn't mean that I don't honor you. Doesn't mean I look at you as less than. Doesn't mean, I'm okay with people around me not being the same as me. Because listen, it can't be too many of me in the room, okay? Don't nobody want that smoke. Nobody want too many of me in the room, okay? And guess what? You shouldn't have too many of you in the room either. I said it. You shouldn't have too many of you in the room either. Because it's always good for you to be able to know and understand that everybody ain't going to see the same way as you. And that should be A-okay. All right. So as y'all can see, I have been stirring, okay? And my stuff has got some bubbles in it. So I'm going to go ahead and let it rest a little bit, okay? Because she need to rest, honey. She got a little work going with her. But I like her. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So what we're going to end up doing is putting the colors into each, okay? And she's going to be looking so cute. But before I do that, let me go ahead and take a drink. Because like I said, y'all, I be talking and I be getting winded. And I'm trying to do better by putting lemons in my water. I said I'm trying to do better. I ain't said I was excellent, y'all. But I'm trying. All right, let's go ahead and pop up some of these comments. Oh, hold on. Oh, my gosh. I know, right? Look. I'm trying to find my mouse on the screen. And it don't want to pop up. But I'm going to get it to work. I'm going to get it. It better work. It better work. Supermodel working, girl. Okay. Evening, y'all, said Ms. Lynn Davidson. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful. I appreciate you. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my colors in, and I want y'all to see. Let me look. I could put it up here so you can see it. Okay, if you don't know nothing about Jersey Girl, let me give you a quick introduction, real quick and fast. I'm silly. Okay, I am silly, guaranteed. Like I said, my motivational message today was that you need to laugh at yourself. Stop taking yourself so seriously, okay? You need to laugh. And honey, laugh often. I do, okay? Because frowns look terrible, cause wrinkles. Anybody got time for that? Fine lines? I'd rather lose weight by laughing and giggling, baby. Yeah, okay? So I'm going to do an equal measurement of each. I'm just going to do like a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Hit him with the Tina. Oh, wait, that's not Tina. That's Patty. That's Patty. Okay, so I hit it with that one. I did scoop on that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mix her on up, baby. Ooh, woo. Oh, y'all. Oh, she pretty. Can y'all see that? Look at that. Oh, look at here. Oh, that's a pretty color. Baby, she is cute. Yo, yes, she is. So just so y'all know, with epoxy, when you go ahead and you lay this thing down, okay? When you lay it down, okay? When you go ahead and you lay this thing down, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to go ahead and transfer one because I got to have it clear. I forgot all about that. I got to make sure I have it clear so I can go ahead and put it in between each. So I'm going to designate this one as my clear. So then that way my colors don't run. I like them to run together, but I also kind of like a little bit of separation. Okay. So with that being the case, I need to go ahead and transfer this clear over to here. There we go. I'm going to transfer the clear over into this cup because I'm going to have to measure, another set out specifically for my other color. Yeah, honey. I got to make sure I do it. So here. There we go. 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 So the reason that I'm putting this over here is, again, because I want to be able to make sure that my blue, green, and white don't necessarily just mold together. I do want them to kind of blend. This is true, but I don't want them to necessarily run into each other the whole time. So I'm going to end up putting some clear in between. So then that way it can blend in a little bit, but not a whole lot. So it looks like a little bleed through, but not too much. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put the lid down. So I've been trying to get better drinking my water again, y'all, because Sister done knows she done put on a little bit of weight. I done lost some inches, but I feel the weight. In the first place I see is in my face. So I was like, I got to take that down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to take it down a little bit. Part of my self-care, darling. Okay, so again, I'm making sure that I'm doing equal parts. So that's what I'm doing right now, y'all. Hold on. Let me look and see. I got to get all of that out of there. You got to get out. You can't stay in there. I'm going to make sure I put all of the ingredients, all of the necessary tools, all that good stuff. So then that way you all will know what the supplies were that I use, as well as the measurements down in the comments. Okay. I knew we were going to do a craft tonight. I just wasn't sure if I was going to do epoxy or if I was going to do Mod Podge, to be honest. So that's why I just said we just going to craft. Okay. I hate to tell you I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. I'm that type of person. I believe in just being transparent. Okay. And being a person of your word. Yeah, that's what I believe. Be a person of your word. Okay. We ain't gonna go no further than that. Just be a person of your word. So with that being the case, y'all, I did not want to say that we were going to do, a Mod Podge if I decided to switch it up and then make it epoxy, which is what we're doing right now. I'm switching it up, and I decided to do epoxy. So that's kind of the reason why I just said the craft. So either way, we were doing a craft. Just I wanted to make sure it was the right one. So here we go. So this, again, equal parts is what you are mixing. You always want to make sure that you're doing equal parts. So then that way it can stay. So like I said, trying to do better, drinking my water. So then that way I can make sure that everything's together. The holidays are already here, y'all. Like it's crazy. Oops, I added a little bit more, so I got to come back with this one. The holidays are already here. My mom went up to New Jersey to go and celebrate my great Aunt Pearl's 90th birthday. Yes, honey. Yes, my great Aunt Pearl, baby. And my cousin Shannon and my cousin Sharon. Who else pictures I looked at? My cousin Kivia. Who else pictures? Kelly. I think Kelly put it up. I think Kelly put some pictures up. So my cousin Kelly put some pictures up. And so although I was not there, I was there at the same time. Okay, y'all? Yeah. So I was really, really excited about that, y'all. Like being able to see the pictures and stuff that they had. That was so much fun. It really, really was, to be able to see everybody having a really good time. And I was definitely excited about that. So thanks so much to my cousin putting up those pictures for me to be able to see. And if y'all know my mama, y'all done already met my mama before. Okay. Y'all been seeing her. Baby, she was out on that dance floor giving it the business. Okay. Which I already knew she was going to do. Why? Because she my mama and we believe in getting it in. So that's exactly what she did. Out on the dance floor getting it in, baby. Exactly what she did. Well, I got more of this clear, so that's why I'm going to switch it up. So we're going to make this one a clear because I made a little bit more of this. So I'll have more clear, and then I'll keep these colors doing what they do. Now, mind you, this is not quick set epoxy, so I do have time to work with it. If you are working with quick set epoxy, you don't have a lot of time. You got like 15 minutes and that's it. Okay, but with this, I have time, so that's why I can kind of chit chat and talk to you at the same time. So I felt very empowered watching Woman King, okay? And I was like, so what do you mean by Woman King? Because she made a boss move. That's why, okay? She made a boss move when somebody else wasn't willing to make a boss move, okay? This other person wasn't willing to make a boss move. I ain't gonna tell it all, just in case if you haven't gone to see it, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But like I said, we are gonna talk about some stuff, in regards to it. So the first thing that we talked about is whether or not you would actually have, do you have a friend and support system that would be able to hold on to a secret for you for 19 years? And then that secret actually came back after 19 years, and it was a shocker, baby, a serious shocker, because it was highly unexpected the way that it came back. And it was just like, man. Then the other side of it is that being a part of that Dehamaje. Listen, correct me in the comments, y'all, okay? I'm not afraid to do that. Correct me when I'm wrong, okay? That they had to be pulled away from everybody. Like once they went into that service, that was it. They were behind the walls. They couldn't even congregate with like the rest of the folks that actually worked in the palace either. I mean, they had to stay away from men. Again, not something I would be signing up for, because that ain't me. That ain't my ministry. It ain't. So yeah, so I found it to be very, very interesting, very very good, to be honest, like all the way around. Okay, so in this one, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and do I think I'm gonna do the blue. It don't even make a difference which one I decide to do, because both of these got the same amount in there. So it's a total of 20, 20 and 20 of each, okay? And so I'm going to do the same mix amount that I did for the green is what I'm doing for the blue. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the white. And then I'm just going to mix it in. And then we're going to get to pouring, baby. Then we're going to get to pouring and then using the heat gun. So then that way we can go ahead and move some stuff around. If y'all got any questions for me, make sure that you drop it down into the comments. Oh, this white is like really, really light. She pretty too. She almost like shimmery. You know what I'm saying? She ready for the snow. This one ready for snow, honey. She a little iridescent. She a little iridescent little thing there. She a little iridescent thing. Okay, y'all seeing this? The blue. Yeah, almost matched the blue of my gloves. Yeah. So it was very good. It was empowering. I was super excited to see it. Of course, I went ahead and wore my purple, okay, because we were talking about on TikTok, we were talking about the council, okay, the council, Auntie Wiggs and Carl Anthony was talking about the colors that to wear, okay, to go ahead and get your outfits together. And baby, during the time frame when I was out down in South Carolina taking care of my oldest, okay, with his jaw surgery, I went ahead and I found this African store that was on base, y'all, on base. Woo, let me tell you something. She has some good stuff up in there. And I know that y'all seen it too, because I posted it up. If you didn't, make sure that you go ahead on to my TikTok. And my name on TikTok is JG Cozy Niche on TikTok. So go ahead and look your girl up. Go ahead and look me up. I'm over there. Yeah. And so I got a very, very pretty dress that can actually kind of transform into a skirt at the same time. So let me see. How much time I got? Is it, y'all, it's 8:11. I've just been running my mouth and running my mouth. I'll tell you what, tonight's show, we're going a little bit longer. And that's only because I think I also got started a little late. Don't judge me. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. We crafting. We can do it. Okay. So here we go. All right. So the first color I want to go ahead and lead with, let's go ahead and lead with this. Let's do the blue. Let's do the blue first. Okay. And I'm going to start back here. Okay. So then that way y'all can be able to kind of see. Because if I do it up here, you ain't going to be able to see it. So if I do it back here, you can. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pour her on. And let me tell you something. You can actually also be able to get, and you can be able to move it a little bit with, what do you call it? With a popsicle stick. Now, it is going to run off, and that's okay because, like I said, I went ahead and I got started with having my colors mixed up, and I have my protection down. So I am A-okay with this kind of running off. Now, because I'm kind of going with the little ocean theme, the cuteness of the ocean theme, I actually have some rocks and some really good additives I'm going to be able to add to this. So I don't feel stuck, quote unquote, And what I'm going to be doing with this particular tray. She is pretty. So I can be able to add some sand, some seashells, some quote unquote lava rocks, all that good stuff. Okay. And she is looking good. So that way I kind of have like an edge, if you will. So remember when I told y'all I said I need a clear so that way it doesn't bleed into each other. So that's what I'm going to do kind of right up in here. I'm going to do a little bit of clear before I put down my next color because I want to have a nice little separation. So I'm just really going around the edges a little bit. Okay. Before I put my next color down. All right. Feel like Kevin Hart. All right. Okay. So I'll put that clear down, baby. Now I'm going in with my green. And I'm still doing a little bit of mixing even as I'm coming down on this, honey. All right, here we go. So I'm now pouring my green. Oh, this is so pretty. Yes, girl. Come on out here in the water. Come on out. And I'm not doing it in any particular, what do you call it? I'm not doing it in any particular form, like straight lines or anything like that. I'm just pouring it because I want it to have a natural flow to it. So then that way, when I put this other stuff down, that she's looking good, honey. Oh yeah, she's looking real cute. Fill it all in, honey. Fill it all in. And I really am going to be liking the seascape of this. If you know ocean lines, they're not straight, and if they are straight, we need to be a little concerned, y'all. We need to be a little concerned, but they're not natural. They're not natural in the ocean. Okay, the ocean moves. Okay, it's got moves with it. It's got smooth moves with it. And I don't know if you can see off camera or not, but there is some bleed over that's happening going over the edge. And like I said, I am good with that. That's what I want. I want it to bleed over the edge. Okay. And the reason that I wanted to bleed over the edge is because when I put my rocks and sand and stuff like that down, I want it to look real. I don't want it to look, fake. I want it to look like, oh yeah, that happened. Like, yes, it did. It did, and it happened in that manner. It did. Ooh. See, that's why I wish I had the other one up. But at least y'all can see from that side. You can see from that side. You see the blue. You see that white line. Like I said, I wanted to bleed into each other, but not necessarily. Okay. And now I'm coming in with my white. All right. So y'all gonna see in a minute. As soon as I get my blow dry, my heat. I say my blow dry. As soon as I get my heat up in here, how all of this is actually gonna work real nice. Like, oh, it's gonna look so good. How it's gonna bleed together, y'all. It's gonna bleed together real nice. Like, oh yeah. Oh, she look good. Oh yeah, she's a runner. She's a track star. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, girl. It's okay if you drip down the side. You're gonna be all right. You was all right with me. All right. Yeah. If I'm honest, I think I'm gonna want some of this little sparkle up in here. Just look, just a smidge, just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. All right. Now it's gonna get loud for a hot second because I have to turn on the heat gun. Okay. But hold tight. I see some bubbles, and I know I don't have to do this, but this is typically what I do when I'm doing my other stuff to get those air bubbles out. Okay. But when you're coming in with your heat gun, I'm about to blow this thing. Okay. Here, let me put my cups and stuff on this side. So like I said, it's about to get loud, y'all, but it's going to be all right. Okay. I don't want y'all to be alarmed. It is just the heat gun. Okay. And you got to be careful with this because this thing is hot and it's serious. All right. So get ready. And I'm going to blow it and it's going to make it look like waves. know if y'all can see it that good. I don't think y'all can see it that good. But I want it to bleed into each other. So you know how a blow dryer do. And this is what I want this to do. Blow, baby, blow. And see, it's spreading it out some too. Oh yeah, it's really giving me that. Oh my gosh. Can y'all see how it's starting to blend into each other? Yes, honey. Ooh, wee, honey. Come on. Give me them nice lines. Right. Right. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, y'all. So I've obviously got some more that I want to be able to add on to it, but so far this is what we're looking like. Don't worry, I'm actually going to make sure that I stop and take still pictures and go ahead and load this up on Jersey Girl as well. So that is it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I got to take the gloves off so I can go ahead and cut all this stuff off, but I'm going to continue to work. Anytime I'm doing crafts, I really get into my zone and I woosah quite a bit. So make sure that you guys go ahead, leave down in the comments exactly if you've gone to see Woman King, what you think about it, okay? And what your thoughts were and what would your review be. And then, of course, I also want you guys to go ahead and tell me, if you got a chance to watch, what your thoughts were in regards to what I said about that friend keeping a secret. So see how we talked about it, but we didn't talk about it all at the same time? That's the way it's supposed to work. Okay. It is the one, the only Jersey Girl. And thank you guys so much for tuning in with me tonight. And I apologize that we were more than 30 minutes, but I didn't want to be talking about doing the craft and when you do the craft. Like, who does that? Not Jersey Girl. Okay. And I will talk with you guys later. Now, look, now I got to get my mouse to cooperate. Let's see if it will cooperate with me. So then that way I can make sure I shut stuff down the right way. Let's see. I don't know, y'all. Here we go. Yeah, that's it.